I'm Andrew Levy, and I chose an ethical issue in advertising on advertising nutritional supplements and substances to college athletes. For the introduction and overview, I'm going to talk about a reality check, kind of like an introduction video, talk about the NCAA banned substances and their policies, the influence that professional athletes have on college ones, a little insight into the life of the college athlete, and with that, the personal experience of it, and maybe finding a way to do it the right way and getting back to the old roots that the previous athletes that were successful went to. So here's a video, a reality check video that started probably about 3 years ago for NCAA athletes.
There are 380,000 NCAA student athletes, and most of us go pro in something other than sports. Something other than sports. To learn more, go to ncaa.org.
I think the ironic part of a video like that is kind of that's the only type of advertisement that is out there that shows in a negative light what everything else is trying to expose young people to. And this is straight from the NCAA, and so that's why they want you to keep in mind that student is the most important part. The NCAA has a list of banned substances and a policy that goes along with it, and it's probably the most important aspect that they try to reach to the students. And it's posted at each school. They have signs and says what's banned and what's not. You must sign a contract before you play any sport that talks about the substances, and the athletic director must explain what is legal and what is not. And some examples of the banned substances range from drugs and alcohol to even high levels of caffeine in soda or coffee, and proteins or pre-workouts, and even ibuprofen and some pills that are taken every day. The only problem is that all these products are the ones that are advertised and marketed, because that's where companies like to make the money, and they know that our age is the target market. They use professional athletes, their size and how they look and their success to try to make us feel like we can all be like that, and that sometimes we don't realize that that's kind of a God-given thing, and it's really hard to accomplish. So they use magazines, commercials, television promotions, and they have, even on front covers, they have pictures of the most athletic and the most sculpted athletes in the world, and tell you how to build muscle and get so strong, but what they don't tell you is how to do it the right way. The only way to do it is over time, and even sometimes that is impossible. Also, peer pressure in society really gets into you, because you realize that majority of the people are cutting corners and doing things that are illegal. And there are consequences, because it does work. That's the problem, is these supplements work that are being portrayed. And there's proof it works, but sometimes it can be negative, like getting kicked out of school, or you see the professional athletes that are have steroid allegations and are going to jail or sitting trial, like someone like Barry Bonds right now. The life of a college athlete can be grueling and long days, short nights. You don't get much sleep maybe. It's important to still try to get your academics in, and I think that people kind of lose that and focus more on the social side and trying to do everything they can to be successful in the social mentality. People that do things the right way, eat the right way, are healthy, and don't cut corners are now more so the exception rather than the rule. And you want to know what the right way is? It's getting back to the emphasis of being a student. And a way that you can do this as a marketer, that marketers or advertisers can help you do this, is by going back to the billboards and the promotions of like a Got Milk, something that's healthy, that gets across nutritional products, and you do it the right way, as opposed to looking in a magazine or an ad and finding a bodybuilding article about how you can get sculpted or ripped the quickest and shortest way possible, because you're going to find gains that way. So you got to get back to nutrition, eating the right thing, and maybe a suggestion would be having regulations for, going in every time you go to school. You just have to sit through a class where there's regulations, and you get checked more periodically, and the drug testing may happen more often, or just coaches putting more emphasis with the players. And so hopefully by doing all this, they can get back to the old ways, the pure ways, and student athletes can focus more on being students, and advertisers can focus more on reaching across more so like the NCAA commercials, doing the right thing, and getting away from the ethical dilemma of advertising nutritional supplements that may, in the long run, really harm you.